Shalom Aleichem and welcome to Online Smicha. In the beginning of the parsha we read about the story of Sarah passing away and how Avram Avinu negotiates with Ephraim to buy the special place, the resting place of Sarah and the famous Maarat hamachpala where he buries Sarah Imenu. And the holy place in Hebron, Maarat hamachpala. Why did Avram Avinu insist, and he went this whole negotiation, how did he know that it was a special place and he insisted to get that place? So I'll tell you what we find in the Chazal about that place, and what eventually we find due to it becoming this holy place, what we find Chazal became of it. So one of the Rishonim say that Avram had this tremendous chemda, desire to bury his wife Sarah there, because he already saw this that by the Akedas Yitzchak. Because when the Akedah was taking place and he was about to shecht, quote unquote, shecht Yitzchak, but the Malach says, no, you passed the test. And now he went and he replaced it with animal. So the pasuk says that he saw the ayil, the ram, nechaz basvach bekarnov. It was caught up in the brush. It was caught up in twigs and brush. So, and then the sultan released it, untangled it, and the animal went running away. This is what the Medrash says. And Avram Avinu went chasing after it. And Avram Avinu went after it, toich Maarat hamachpala, followed it into the Maarat hamachpala. And over there, as Avram Avinu, this is what the Medrash says. One of the Rishonim mentions this. As Avram Avinu walked into the Maarat hamachpala, he saw two beds nicely made, and candles burning there, lit candles. And there were two elderly people, beautifully looking people. A very pleasant smell there. As it says, it smelled like Gan Eden. And when Avram Avinu saw that, Avram had a tremendous desire for him to be buried there. And that's what, at that moment, Avram decided that he wants to buy that land to bury himself and to bury Sarah. However, that's brought in Sefer Kushiyas from one of the Rishonim. In Pirkei de Rabbi Eliezer, Perek Lamed Vav, it actually says that that the decision or the quality of the place of Maarat hamachpala starts even before the Akedah. It says that when the Malachim came to Avram, we know the Malachim came to visit Avram in Eloine Mamre, and Avram was in pain from the bris milah, the guest. Avram thought they were guest, so Avram wanted to serve them as achnasas archim, gedol achnasas archim yosem v'kabalas pnei hashchina. So Avram, the pasuk says, he wanted to prepare food. So it says ve'el habakar ratz Avram. Avram went running to the bakar, to the animal. So what does it mean, ratz Avram? So in Pirkei the Rabbi Eliezer, it says that the animal went running away. This is still earlier in the story. The animal went running away. Where did it go? It went into the Maarat hamachpala. And Avram followed after him. And over there he found, Avram Avinu saw Adam v'Chava resting there on the bed. And he saw the candles lit. And he felt this pleasant smell, and it was in that moment Avram Avinu realized this beautiful place, and that is when he realized the smell of Gan Eden, and he wanted to get this place for himself and for Sarah. However, from there on, once Adam, Chava, Avram, Sarah, we know now today what Maarat hamachpala is. Let's see what Chazal tell us from there on, what the tefillos of Maarat hamachpala do. We all know that later on in Parsha Shlach, when the challenges of the Meraglim, and the Meraglim went, And the two good ones, Yeshua and Kalev, realized, there is going to be a big test here. So the Gemara in Masechta Sotah Daf Lamed Vav says, Kalev ben Yefunah went off on the side. And Kalev ben Yefunah said, I'm going through Hebron, because I am going to go daven by Ma'aras HaMachpela. And he said, Avoy Sai, Bikshu Alai Rachmin, please, I beg my father, my Elterin, have pity on me. Help me be saved from the hands of the Meraglim, from what's going to happen. That's by Kalev. We find that Yirmiyah Hanavi, during the time of the Churban of Bayis Mikdash, Rishon, Chazal tell us in Medrash Eicha that when the enemies came into the Heichel and they started burning the Heichel, the Eibishter says to Yirmiyah, go to Avram, Yitzchak, Yaakov, and Moshe, because Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov and Moshe know how to cry and know how to beg for Klal Yisrael. Where did Yirmiyah go? He went to Ma'aras HaMachpela. Now, did you pay attention? He says, go to Avram, Yitzchak, Yaakov, and Moshe. I thought the Torah says that Moshe layoda ishas kvurasai. We don't know where Moshe Rabbeinu is buried. So actually, there is a statement in Chazal that wherever he's buried, there is a tunnel that connects Moshe Rabbeinu's Mokim Kavura to the Ma'aras HaMachpela. The first one that we know mentions that went to daven at the Ma'aras HaMachpela, it says Avram Avinu. The Zohar says Avram Avinu would go daven at the Ma'aras HaMachpela every day. The Rambam writes that he thanks God that he went to daven at the Ma'aras HaMachpela. The Ramban writes a fascinating letter to his son. Thankfully, Baruch Hashem, I got to go to the Ma'aras HaMachpela, and according to some, he went there in such a place that his Matan Kvura he wanted to be, should be in a way it should be seen or close by to the Ma'aras HaMachpela. If you look in the Ramban, in Perek Chav Gimel Pasuk Yutes, the Ramban quotes, why is it that the Torah even discusses the whole parsha about the negotiation of Avram and Ephron about the Ma'aras HaMachpela? Why is it important? So the Ramban says, Shalachein nichteva b'Torah kniyas Ma'aras HaMachpela. The reason why the Torah writes the negotiation and the buying of the Ma'aras HaMachpela, says the Ramban, it is very important to know where the Aves are buried. Ki chayovim anachnu b'chabed mokem kvuras aveseinu hakadoshim. It is a great honor. It is a responsibility for us to honor the place where the Aves are buried. And everyone has an honor to. Everybody has a chiyuv, obligation to honor where his parents are buried. The Zohar writes, the Zohar Chumash Bereishis Daf Lamed Ches Amud Beis writes, Sharei Gan Eden are open around Ma'aras HaMachpela. All the tefillos have to go through Derech Ma'aras HaMachpela. So of course, if anybody has a chance to go to Eretz Yisrael, to go to Ma'aras HaMachpela, the Eibishter will definitely be mekabel the tefillos Am Yisrael.